It can be a glove. It must be inanimate. It's the things we love. It's the things we love.
Dave Import?
Yeah, my wife called you on the phone.
Yes, she told me about your problem. I'm Dr. Trundle, and I'm here to help you with your furniture fetish. Take a chair. Have a seat.
Thanks.
Sit down. Now, Dave, let's start at the beginning. Can you tell me when you first noticed this perversion? Was it during your childhood?
Well, Doc, my perversion, as you call it, it started whenever I was 6 years old. I mean, I lived on a farm, and well, my dad taught me how to milk cows. Do you have any idea what it's like to sit for hours on a milking stool, caressing a cow's teat?
Well, no, but...
Well, let me tell you, I mean, I knew right from the start. I was hooked. I mean, I knew what I was lusting for. I was lusting for...
You don't have to say it.
Yes, I do. I was lusting for a milking stool.
Did you have your first furniture sex with this milking stool?
No, we were much too young. I mean, it was later. It was with the chair.
Tell me about it.
She was easy.
An easy chair?
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Because she broke my heart. Of course, I broke her legs and tore up her upholstery and bit off her buttons.
So since then, you've never had another chair?
Oh, I've had the occasional chair.
Let's talk about your formative teen years. Did you play sports in high school?
Yeah, I mean, but God, it was hell getting me off the bench.
Let's move on. Do you have any other fetishes?
Like what?
S&M. Bestiality. Foot.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Oh, footstools. Yes.
Dave, I know your wife Rita is in the waiting room. Would you mind if I ask her to step in for a moment?
I don't see why not. I mean, she knows me better than anybody. Except for maybe the buffet.
Rita, could you join us?
Dr. Trundle? Dave?
Rita, as you know, I'm here working to get to the root of Dave's problem. First, I must identify the underlying problems. Besides this furniture problem, what other problems have you noticed Dave having?
Well, he has a drinking problem.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You spend all your time across town at a bar.
Well, that's because I'm going over there to see
Another woman?
No! A bar stool!
Maybe we should stick with the major problems. Rita, what are some of your husband's stranger habits?
Well, he likes to sleep on the floor.
Has he said why?
He says he doesn't want to upset the fold-away bed.
Dave, why do you think it would upset the fold-away bed if you slept in your bed?
Because she's been jealous ever since I went to bed with the bed. Okay?
Thank you, Rita, but you were no help. Would you leave us?
Well, fine.
Dave, I was hoping to get to the root of your problem in a very quick amount of time. I know I speak for all the highly trained professional doctors when I say that I would like to cure you as quickly and as cheaply, I might add, as possible. But Dave, you're going to need a great deal of time and money to overcome this problem of yours. Dave, someday I want you to be able to go into a furniture store and have complete control of yourself.
Well, As long as it's not bare wood.
Why's that?
Oh, Doc, I mean, I don't know if I could control myself around all that naked furniture.
Welcome to the Mystery of Electronics, the show that takes the aura out of audio, the riddle out of radio, the puzzle out of plug-ins, the vagueness out of video, and, well, you get the idea. And now, here's your host, Derek Diode.
Thank you for joining us. Today on our show we have Molly Gage. Molly is a so-called stereo technician. Welcome to the show, Molly.
Thank you, Derek. It's great to be here.
Now, first off, let me get this straight. Now, you're a stereo technician. Does that mean that there are two of you?
No, not quite, Derek.
I have to be honest with you. When they first told me that I was having a stereo technician on the show today, I didn't quite expect it to be a woman. What qualifies you to be a stereo repairman? Or whatever
You know,
are.
I have my master's degree in electronics engineering from MIT. Not to mention the fact, Derek, that I do have my own accountant.
So, you have your own stereo repair shop filled with stuffed animals and throw pillows?
While it's true that I have my own shop, I would hardly call it little. You see, I own Stereo Shack City. It's a very large stereo repair shop. And we're very professional there. We don't have stuffed animals and throws.
Okay. I just don't think a woman is capable of fixing a stereo.
Well, Derek, I'm going to be fixing your turntable on the show today, so I suggest you start believing.
You know, I always wondered why stereo repairmen, I mean repair people, get paid so darn much just to fix a stereo.
You know, if you would consider us as doctors who repair stereos, you would understand why.
Yes, but $60 just to look at a stereo?
$60 is a small price to pay for an important and vital part of your family, your stereo.
Well, that makes about as much sense as you being a stereo technician. What if I broke my arm and went to the doctor? I wouldn't have to wait 6 weeks in the shop to be repaired, now would I?
Well, dear, you know there are 200 people per doctor, and there are 20,000 people per trained stereo technician. Why don't you try to figure it out?
Okay, I will, but later. Are there any stereo care tip units you'd like to share with our viewers, free of charge?
I don't think so.
Okay, then let's fix my baby, my pride and joy, my turntable. Let's go. Ladies first. So-called bleep. What are you doing now?
I'm
Is that necessary?
Yes, but
There's
you
not
want
a
me to
screw
get
there.
inside here and to look at this.
Well,
And
I don't think that's the way you do it.
Be able to figure out what is the problem here.
What is the problem? Have you figured it out yet? You are the technician, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You
and
gotta
I
do
know
those
what I'm
slow.
doing.
Don't.
I know what I'm doing here.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm just simply adjusting.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yes, I do.
What is that? What is that?
It's
Be
the
gentle
nut-
with this. This
the nut cracker. You don't watch it
no,
on you.
no nut cracking. Be gentle. You know what this means to me.
This is a wheel.
Yes, it is. But don't throw it. Be gentle.
Ah, here.
Is this the problem? What is this?
Rubbers.
Rubbers turn the world.
Yes, well, actually, you know, I
Does everything look alright?
see that.
Yeah, it seems
see
to be
how
working
see
properly.
that?
Could it be
Yes.
a bad circuit
Actually,
or
it is
anything?
working. See, and then here, absolutely
what's your
nothing that
problem?
I can see wrong here with this.
Well, there has to be
it-
something wrong or I wouldn't have had you on my show.
Obviously, it's something that must be internal. I will have
So what
to
are
put
you
it
gonna
in
do
my
to fix it?
electronic analyzer.
What is that? You mean there's a
see if we
machine that can
locate
tell
a
us what's wrong
problem.
with it?
It's kind yes. If you could just
It's
kind
not
of
gonna damp. I
lift
can't.
it up there for
No.
me here, and while I try to
Is
get
this gonna hurt it anyway?
Oh no! This is much like an X-ray machine,
No,
and
no joke.
kind of like when you go to the hospital. It just takes a minute here, and it will shoot out just a little piece of paper,
it'll tell you
and
what's
I will
wrong
be
with
able to
it.
tell you, yes, certainly, what's wrong with it.
Okay.
And I
Is
think
it
it's
working?
coming out now.
What does it say? Speak to me, woman. What does it say? It says burger.
You know,
What are you doing?
I am...
What? Be careful with that.
I am a professional.
Yes, so what's
and
wrong with it?
I just don't appreciate someone having me national television on your show, trying to make me look like a jerk. There's
Well, you're doing a good
nothing
job
wrong
doing that
with it.
yourself. Tell me what's
There's
wrong
nothing
with it.
wrong with it.
There is something.
I know. I
Bad
put
circuit,
in
maybe.
electronic analyzer, and there was nothing wrong.
Are you sure that is working properly?
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait, I think that there is something.
What is that?
It's an electro stabilizer.
What are you
and
gonna do
Derek,
with that?
I'm
No.
going to fix your
No.
turntable right now.
I think it's working properly.
No, Derek.
You
I
wouldn't.
think
You. Are you crazy? No. This is. Oh, what are you doing? Give me that.
I said. And I don't appreciate. I am a master professional. Let's fix.
Oh, what are you doing?
I can fix it.
No. Give me that.
Be with us next time on The Mystery of Electronics when we take the confusion out of cable, the wonder out of wires, and, well, you get the idea.
Bartender, I'll have the usual.
I'm sorry, sir. I've never seen you in here before, so I don't know what the usual is.
Okay then, how about the unusual? But seriously, folks, just give me a shot of whiskey. No, wait, let me guess. You don't have a whiskey gun, do you? Jeez, funny. Just give me a strong belt. I need something to keep these pants up. Like I've always said, riot on, brother. I need help. I'm a bad comedian. I'm so bad that during the winter...
Here, sir, try some of this.
What is it?
Calm me down. It's gin.
No thanks. I don't play gin. Let me tell you about it. The minute I was born, I told my first one-liner, Gaga, gagoo. Thank you. It was the first time someone had laughed at one of my jokes. It was also the last time. And that's where my problems began. At first it was a joke a day, then 2 a day, then 3 a day, then so on. When I was 5 foot 4 inches tall, I was telling 15 jokes a day. When I was 6 foot even, I was telling 30 jokes a day. Which goes to show you I'll go to any length to get a laugh. I've been known as the funny guy, the life of the party. But nobody liked me because they thought I couldn't be serious. My best friend told me to change my image, so I did. I broke my mirror.
Listen, buddy, I was like you. I was a jokeaholic. But you know how I rose from being a lovely comedian with no friends to call my own to a bartender with plenty of friends?
No, how?
I went on a joke-free diet.
No.
Yes.
You mean cold turkey?
Yes, and it works.
Don't you have the urge, just a little urge to tell a joke?
Not at all. You klutz! You're so dumb, you'd probably ask for the end piece to a round cake.
No wonder you went cold turkey. I'd quit too if I told jokes like that.
We now join the Nick Talk Show, already in progress.
Our first guest is Theodore Stinkblot. Hello, Theodore.
Hi there.
Tell us, Ted. Can I call you Ted?
Why, sure.
Hey, wait a minute. You don't know Roger Blortz, do you?
No, I don't think so.
Phew, good. Anyway, Ted, tell us about yourself. Why did my producers get you for my show?
Because of my dreams.
Oh? Do you foresee the future? Have revelations? What?
I smell in my dreams.
Well, I can smell that one coming. But really, Ted, how do you smell in your dreams?
With my nose.
Okay, let me put it this way. Do you know how you acquired this unique ability to smell in your dreams?
Well, once when I was a young child, I was dreaming about a house. Suddenly, I could smell the house. The wood, the plaster, the nails, everything about the house.
What brought that on?
A tornado.
A tornado?
Yeah, it tore the house to pieces. It was really quite a mess.
So since then, you've been smelling every night in your dreams?
No, not really. Once I was dreaming about this skunk.
Oh my goodness, that must have been a nightmare for your nose.
Quite actually, it was a pleasant experience.
I don't get it.
You see, I'm stink blind, to coin a phrase.
Funny, I've never heard that phrase.
We all use it.
We?
Everyone that smells in our dreams.
You mean there are others like you?
Oh yes, in fact a large number of us have formed a group called NOSE. It's an acronym for Nocturnal Olfactory Smelling Entities.
You might have to work on that one.
I'm thinking about running for president of the group.
Is that because you think you have a nose for the job?
That's not very funny, Nick.
One last question. How do I really know you can actually smell in your dreams? You could just be saying that so you can be on my show.
Please, Nick, my mother's watching.
How about a little test? We'll put you to sleep, say by watching a tape of this interview, and we'll put dirty socks under your nose.
Stop it, Nick. I can't take your taunting anymore. I admit it. I dreamt this thing up so I could be on your show.
Just where do you get off lying through your nose?
Right here. Goodbye.
Yeah, smell my fist in your dreams, pal. I can smell a cheat a mile away. My next guest is a little more credible. She's a doctor who, late last month, delivered a unique baby. Dr. Daft Vogel, welcome. Can I call you Doc?
That's fine. Yes, and I don't know, Roger Blortz.
Doc, what's so interesting about this baby?
Well, the baby was born with his right leg in a cast.
I wonder how that happened.
I speculate that since the mother was a lady wrestler in the Air Force, that the boy must have somehow broke his leg along the line.
But how do you explain the cast?
Who knows? You know, the human body has a strange way of healing itself. Why, there was even mini crutches in there.
No joke?
Really? And they had umbilical cords, too.
That I'd like to see. Crutches with belly buttons.
That's not all. Why, on the cast there was a whole slew of signatures. Like, for example, get well soon and be thankful I didn't give you Mongolism. Signed, Chromosome 21. You know, that sort of thing.
When does the cast come off?
I should be putting the baby in a walking cast in about a week.
A walking cast? You don't expect the baby to walk in a week, do you?
Hey, listen. That baby's getting around pretty good on those crutches.
Thank you for sharing this with us, Dr. Daft Vogel, and thanks especially for being so believable. It's nice to have a credible guest on the show every once in a while.
And now, Cooking With.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Cooking With. I'm your hostess, Joanna Purpling, and I really do appreciate you finding us today here on local cable access channel 63, especially since there are 28 empty channels between us and the next channel. If you haven't tuned in before, I do feel it's necessary to explain about our set. We don't have any sponsors yet, and so we can't afford to have, you know, stove and refrigerator and range and microwave, things like that. But we do have the basics, and without the basics, you don't have cooking. I think that'll be our phrase for today. All righty. Today, we'll be cooking with Tang. Tang was originally developed as a drink for the astronauts, but now they're drinking something like Diet Coke or Gatorade. Yeah, that's right. Well, Tang has kind of fallen on hard times as a drink, but it is making its way back as a condiment like pepper did so many years ago. Now, to start off with, we are going to use 2 teaspoons of Tang to 1 cup of water. Gotta get both teaspoons in at the same time. It kind of helps. So, yeah, it's what the recipe calls for, 2 teaspoons and 1 glass of water.
And you add your water just like that. Now this is really much more difficult than it sounds because some of you might get confused and think that it's 2 glasses of water and 1 teaspoon of Tang. Now, take a note. Okay, let's just mix this out and see how this tastes. Mmm. That's delicious, yeah. Okay, no, we need to keep that open. We're still on the air. I got more stuff to do. Okay, our next recipe is a real simple one. What we do is we just pour a little bit of Tang in the palm of our hand like this, and then we lick away. Ooh. Oh, I feel like I'm in outer space already. Now, I know that some of you out there are doing this with other stuff. Shame on you. You should be switching to Tang so you can be getting all that wonderful vitamin C. That's right. Okay, now we're going to move right along. Our next recipe calls for apples. Now, for you viewers at home, I went ahead and took the liberty of peeling a few apples before I came, and I hope that everyone watching today knows how to peel an apple. What we'll do with Tang now is we'll just switch it over here and we'll pour it on this little apple and use it as spice. Great. Okay. That'll work. Now, some of you have probably noticed that Tang is orange in color. Makes you sick, doesn't it, when you cook? Well, I would suggest that we all become a little colorblind when we cook. That'll work. That'll fix it. I think that about covers all of our recipes possible with Tang. And hey, why don't we just move to the phone lines and see if you got any questions out there? Okay. So, caller, go ahead.
Yes, I have a question.
Where are you calling from?
I live about 2 blocks away.
Okay. Shoot.
I was wondering, couldn't you mix Tang with strawberry banana jello to make a tangy new dessert?
Yeah, I suppose so. Why not? Yeah. Oh, next caller. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can't you mix a cup of Tang with half a cup of milk and 2 eggs, heat over medium flame for 5 minutes, let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, and make Tang pudding?
Yes, I suppose so. Why not? Yeah. I wouldn't eat it. Where are you calling from?
About 6 blocks away. Why?
Well, we like to keep track of varying opinions from region to region. Next caller.
First, I'd like to tell you that I love your apples. But I do have a question.
Where are you calling from?
Across town.
Great. Be right over.
I made both Tang cake and Tang pie, and they're wonderful. Why don't you do more complicated recipes like these on your show?
Well, first, if you'd been watching, you would have known that we can't afford to have a stove and a
Can't you make the
refrigerator and a
recipe
range.
at home first? I don't think other cooking shows actually cook anything on their shows.
Oh, well, that looks like we're out of time, folks. This has been Cooking With, and I'm your hostess, Joanna Purple Ink, and next week we'll be cooking with Milk Duds.